to the what the welcome back, Fanatic Addicts, to the Fan and Fanatic Pep Rally. But before we start, I want to recognize. I just realized that this is a monumentous occasion.
What's that?
Hello, 30th Pep Rally. Can you believe we've done 30 of these things?
I can't.
And we only missed 1 week. So technically this should
weeks.
This should have been Pep Rally 31, but whatever. Anyways,
look how much more special it is. Yeah, you obviously.
All right, whatever.
Hey-o.
All right, shall we?
We shall.
Let's get into the first segment inside the mind of the fanatic. Not yet. Let's get into the first segment inside the mind of the fanatic. Take it away, partner.
First search I have. And for people who may not be football fans or paying attention to much, this isn't going to sound like it's a big deal, but I think you'll have something to say. The search was Arthur Smith.
Yes, Arthur Smith was fired. Thank goodness.
Well, for those who maybe don't follow NFL football, who is Arthur Smith, and why did he lose his job?
The ex-Falcons head coach. Because he literally had the same record.
Screen, buddy.
He literally had the same record in all 3 seasons, 5-7. I mean, no, not 5-7.
No.
Or like something in 7. 7 and something. I don't know. He had the same record each year.
Yeah, you got to show improvement.
Football players are dumb.
But let me ask you this though: why? I mean, you knew that, and why did you search his name though? What were you looking for?
Actually, no, I don't think I don't know. I think I don't know. Like, I think I heard it on sports radio, and I wanted to make sure it was real, and it is real. So yes. But anyways, I want to tell a quick story, and then I want to ask you a question. So anywho, the other night the other day a few weeks ago, the Wisconsin Badgers women's basketball team was playing Western Illinois. And oh no. Oh no.
I can hear you just fine. Just keep going.
No, not that. We've got a problem.
Why don't you stop playing with it and just put it down?
Oh, we got it.
For those who are not watching, Parker's got a cord in his hand.
Where was I? Wait, what was I talking about? I lost my...
Wisconsin women's basketball?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I remember now. So anyways, I was listening to the game, and the voice that I heard calling the game was not one Jon Caste, who normally calls the games. It was a woman who I couldn't remember, who I couldn't place my finger on her name. Like at the end, it sound like so. Like I waited for the podcast. I waited for it to drop because the Wisconsin Badger Sports Network has a podcast. Anywho, I waited for that game to drop on the podcast, and so I got to the end of they didn't do they didn't start it at the beginning of the game where they did a tie-in blah 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 blah, my name is blah 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 blah, I'm blah 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 blah, and this is Wisconsin women's basketball. But so I didn't get to hear the name at that point, but I did get to hear the name at the end, and it was Carly something rather. It was like Carly Mar something. So anyways, I did some digging, and the guy who normally does the voice for who normally is the voice of Wisconsin Badger women's basketball, Jon Caste, he's got a podcast, the Jon Caste podcast. I mean, so anywho, so turns out that John had this girl on one of his episodes, and her name is Carly Marotta. So, Jon Caste, if you're Carly Marotta, if any of y'all are listening, which probably not, but please, I need you. Please, I want to give a podcaster to podcaster shout out. Jon Caste, host of the Jon Caste podcast. So, yeah. Anywho,
that was your story?
Neither here. But anyways,
that's
neither
here nor there. But that has nothing to do with Arthur Smith or this segment.
Oh, and then another thing. So last night I was.
we're gonna get sued for that derail. So many people were killed in that.
So, anyways, last night I was listening to the radio.
Wait, didn't you have a question for me somewhere in there?
No.
You said you had a question.
No, never mind.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I hung on for dear
yeah.
life in that wreck, and I didn't even get the question.
Do you remember this more? Do you remember earlier when I asked you about that NBA theme song?
Yep.
Like when I was telling you about the NBA theme song.
Yep. That they added it to the game.
Did you see that I sent you the song in Apple Music?
I did. I have not listened to it. I'm sorry.
Anywho, so wait, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah.
I don't know.
We're
so
anyways,
far off of what the PepRally is supposed to be.
So anyways, last night
I feel like I'm one of your guests.
So no. Sorry. Another quick story. So anyways, last night I was listening to
There's no such thing as a quick story on this podcast.
To the radio because you keep interrupting me. Anywho,
yeah, I think we have a delay, and so you think I'm interrupting, but
I'm sorry. So anyways, so I was listening to the radio last night, KCBS in San Francisco, and yes, I said that right. Anywho, they talked
San Francisco, you ruined pizza again.
So anyways, wait, what was I? Oh, wait.
I have no idea.
Oh yeah. So anyways, so the sports director, so they tossed it over to sports, and they said, let's go to Matt with sports. So okay, sorry. And then he said Matt Pittman, KCBS, and I'm like, the Golden State Warriors public address announcer is the sports anchor for KCBS Radio News. Go figure.
Way.
So anyways,
wow. Being a public address announcer doesn't pay enough money, or being a sports reporter doesn't? You got to do both? Unbelievable. What's this world coming to?
So anyway, I don't know. What say you?
Being a professor.
How about? Wait.
Yeah, I'd
this
love
is a
to
predicament. Will you call
you told
will
two
you call my
stories
producer
that took
over?
the length of an entire
Will you call my
podcast.
producer over? Will you call my producer over?
I can't.
Mother!
No, we got to keep going.
No.
Don't.
Because I have a problem. I don't know who we're talking to this week.
Oh, no.
Will you call Mother?
Okay, let's do this. You go ahead, and I'm going to give you the next one, and I'll get the producer while you're answering this. So our next search is... This is a very wordy search. I love the specificity in your searches that we probably could have distilled down to 2 or 3 words. Is the new NBA All-Star East versus West game going to have the target score format still?
No, because so then for those of you that may not know, a few years ago, NBA changed their All-Star format from East-West to captains, and the captains format had a target score, but which kind of stunk because everyone knows.
Explain that though. Nope, not everybody watches the NBA. They don't, or the
All-Star
game. In fact, I would bet most
score.
people would watch this.
So at the end of each quarter, they would reset the score to 0-0, and then at the fourth quarter, they would add up all the score, the cumulatives. They would add up all the scores from the first 3 quarters. So let's say it was like 150 to 147 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So, and let's say the target score was 170. So the team that got to 171st wins the game.
Okay.
So anyways,
not doing that.
No, which is a good, because I feel like one of the best parts of the NBA All-Star game was seeing the insanely high scores. Like, as a matter of fact,
the insanely bad defense.
Oh, okay. Thank you, producer. So anyway, wait, what was I? Hold on, where was I? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh yes. So anyway, everyone know. So one of the
they're not doing the target score.
Yes, which is a good, because like as you remember No. So like one of the NBA one of the best parts about the NBA All-Star game, in my opinion, was the really high score. Like one of the games ended in one of the games, the final score was 196-173 to the in favor of the Western All-Stars. Oh, and by the way, this is a Fan and Fanatic news break.
No, don't you dare.
What?
What are you about to say? Because you're probably about to ruin the next segment.
No, I'm not gonna ruin the next segment. But anywho, so let's get to the
Well, I'm not
let's get
done
to
yet. I still have one more search.
okay, and then we
You
can get to
have
the new.
absolutely. We get to PepRally 30, and the whole thing falls apart. This whole thing was
Let's
a
get to
house of cards
All right.
sitting on sand, and which was
Which is
floating on
Which is
like
what
rice
makes this
paper.
so funny.
Oh man, I'll tell you what.
So what I want to know is why we don't get listeners.
What I want to know is why you made this third search.
Oh no!
Because I didn't know who this was.
Will you just say the
search? In the search, I got something that makes me wonder here.
Oh no! Oh gosh!
Lauren Carlini.
Lauren Carlini. She was a Wisconsin. The Jon Caste podcast, as I mentioned. So Jon had an episode that was a reunion of one of the Wisconsin Badger volleyball teams, and one of the girls on the team was one Miss Lauren Carlini. And let me tell you, Lauren Carlini is an absolute fox.
Don't scream! People are turning down their radios right
Lauren
now.
Carlini is a fox.
Same volume. Okay.
She's a fox.
I thought that was
she's a fox and a half. I'll tell you that.
You can't handle her. 6'1", too tall.
Sounds like my type of woman.
You know what we just did there?
What?
We literally brought it full circle because you told a story that had nothing to do with anything that mentioned the Jon Caste podcast. And then with this third search, we just brought it full circle because this is someone you heard on the Jon Caste podcast. So
do you think
the magic?
Do you think we can wait, Dad, question. Can we call this pep rally from the Jon Caste podcast to whatever?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, and also I want to tag the Jon Caste podcast when I make the Facebook post about this episode.
I think it sounds like you just bought yourself a job.
Please, I would love to have you on an episode. Oh, sorry, I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's get to the news.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Are you going to do news? Are we going to again derail the?
I'm doing the news. This is too big of a story not to cover on the podcast.
Let me do the history. Let me do the history.
Fine. You can get to the history.
No, here, you ready for it?
What do you got this week, Professor G?
On this day, a few hours ago, in 2024, Nick Saban retired from coaching college football at the University of Alabama.
I was going to get to that. You upstarted me again. But anyways,
don't scream.
Anyways, breaking news. Oh no!
It's not breaking anymore. I just broke it.
But anyways, breaking news: Alabama Nick Saban retires after an illustrious career at University of Alabama. So who's going to be Alabama's head coach next year? I have no idea. But anyways, This has been quite the eventful pep rally. So
wait a minute though. I think that deserves a little bit of talk though, right? So Nick Saban retires. I want to know, did you hear what happened in Auburn when that news broke?
Oh yeah, I saw. They freaking rolled Toomer's corner. Hashtag Jabba. That's such an Auburn thing to do.
That's good.
Oh, and Dad, by the way, can I tell a quick story? For those of you that
you've already told 3, so what's going to stop you?
Can I tell the Jameis Winston story about the game on Sunday?
No.
You're right.
No,
sorry. I'm pretty sure everyone in Atlanta has already heard about that by now.
Yeah, everybody already knows.
That just goes to show you how cocky football players really...
I do, though. I do want you to make one prediction.
Yes.
Who do you think Alabama goes after as
Neon Dion, baby?
Really?
Yeah.
You think they go from one Aflac spokesperson to another?
Maybe. Heck, why don't they just hire the Aflac Duck to coach the... Why don't they just hire the Aflac Duck to coach the team?
You know who's available?
Who?
Brian Harsin.
Oh, yes! That would be so great. That would be so great if Alabama hired Brian Harsin. He said sarcastically.
I'm just amazed that kept you from screaming into the microphone. So that's good.
Honestly,
right.
Go for it. If Alabama has the balls to do so, sorry, the nerve to do so. Mother can just edit that bit out. Thank goodness for the magic of digital editing. But anyways, if Alabama had the nerve to hire a coach as bad as Brian Harsin, then there's obviously something going on in T-Town. The nerve, am I right? The nerve, the nerve. So anywho,
okay.
So anyways, what say you? We bring this episode, we bring this pep rally home.
Try to bring this out of control airplane in for some sort of crash landing.
Was that a reference to the Alaska Airlines thing that happened just then or just now?
Amazing story. No, it was a reference.
So anyway,
to the derailment of this pep rally.
So anyways, for those of you that probably didn't see it, for those of you that didn't see it, but everyone probably did by now. So there was an Alaska Airlines flight that like the door it flew off the plane, and the plane and the.
We're gonna start a new podcast. Random news stories.
Can I just finish the story?
Sure.
What was I talking about again?
16 and a half minutes deep.
What was I talking about again?
The Alaska Airlines story where the side of the plane ripped off, and the guy's shirt got ripped off, but then lo and behold, well, so I can tell it in about 30 seconds as opposed to 35 minutes.
No. Wait. So anyways, an Alaska Airlines flight like crash landed in some dude's back. A door flew off of an Alaska Airlines airplane and it landed in some dude's house in Seattle. In Portland, Oregon.
No. It was a cell phone that was found in the bushes.
But the door flew off and landed.
But like the story that's like amazing is there was a cell phone from the flight that got sucked out. That was found in somebody's. It was fine. It wasn't damaged. It still had good battery life because it was in airplane mode.
Honestly,
amazing.
I don't think we're gonna get any listeners from this episode. We might lose some though. I don't. Which honestly,
right.
hopefully,
partner, it was a good run. We haven't even made it to the end of this.
Hopefully, tagging the Jon Caste podcast gives me the popularity I need.
I don't know.
So,
it's
anyways,
take more than that. But go ahead.
So, anywho, what say you? Are you ready to find out who's coming up next on the show?
I've been waiting to find that out for about the past 11 minutes.
So, anyways, coming up next on the show, we'll be talking to someone who played on the 2013 Auburn football national championship team. And by national championship,
excuse me, national championship team.
The team
national
that
championship runner-up.
Runner-up. My bad.
Lost the national championship.
Yeah. You keep telling yourself that, pretty boy. You keep telling yourself that.
I was there. In your dream. I was there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Are you rewriting history, you Auburn homer? That's Java. There's some Java again. You want to go roll the trees in the front yard for your 2013 national championship that did not happen?
Anyways, coming up next on the show, Reese Dismukes. Sorry, I'm sorry for the anticlimactic intro, but I think we basically derailed this pep rally.
Definitely dial in. That's
Thank
not a
you.
Thing anymore.
Do you think you can intro the next episode for me? Because clearly I don't. Because clearly I've
no way. I'm not doing. I'm not doing all your jobs for you.
All right, whatever. So, for my broadcast partner, Ryan Grelecki, this is Parker Grelecki saying, you've been listening to the Fan and Fanatic Pep Rally. Bye!